And so when I tell them also, I said, it's it's like they don't understand the branding. And I get it. You're a business owner. You're not a PR consultant. You're not a marketing person. You're going into your business specifically for that. And I get it. That's why I'm here. But I also have to educate you. I also have to let you know that your business is what's going to keep customers coming in. Your customer service, the atmosphere of your location, what you're selling, what products, what services. All of these things need to be on a grade A level. If not, then people are just going to look at it. They'll come one time and that's it. And you don't want that. You want repetitive customers and you want new customers.
Right. I have options of where I can spend my money.
Too many options. Every industry has competition. And that's where
very, very saturated.
Yeah, even PR consultants. Oh my gosh, I'll walk around and I'll see like 5 PR consultants in one networking group.
Yeah.
But the difference between that is each PR consultant is different. So we all have our own media connections. We all have our own different style in how we deal with businesses. So I'm never threatened by another PR consultant. In fact, I open it to work with them because we all can learn from each other. So I'm part of a couple of groups, that are PR consultants, and we bounce ideas off and things like that. Because again, we all don't have the same connections, and that's what I tell other businesses. I was like, listen, invite the opportunity of competition, because sometimes it might just be good for you and the other person. So, but like I said, sometimes some are not ready.
Some are just not ready and they're not there. Let's talk a little bit about the difference from doing it from the private sector and the public sector. I know you spent a lot of time in the public sector.
Ooh.
But that transition, and now you're fully just in the private sector.
Right.
A few years now. Talk about that experience.
Well, obviously, working for the public sector, you have no choice.
Probably more damage control, too.
Yeah, exactly. You have no choice of the matter. You actually have to make it work in terms of community relations, public relations, any type of relations. Whereas in the public sector, as my private firm, again, like I said, I can pick and choose who I want, but I'm my own boss. So my brand is my brand. And if I don't agree with something with myself, or if someone gives me some criticism, it's me that I have to. If I get that working for the public sector and I bring it to their attention, it's either they take it or they don't. And I got to work around that.
Well, hold that thought. We'll pick right back up right after the break. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Stay with us. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel. So Sharon, like we were saying right before the break, a lot of times you don't really get a choice. Of course, in the public sector, you have to do what you have to do. You're dealing with everything from major politicians, mid-level. I mean, you've been faced with so many people over the years. In the private sector, it's a little bit different. I would almost say like you're more hands-on in who you decide to retain and work with. Directly.
Right.
But on the same token, the foundation is still very similar.
It is. As I mentioned, that with the public sector, I don't get to pick or choose. I pretty much have to just deal with it and just work it out, which it's a good learning tool as well, because you are in a lot of very complicated
just work
scenarios.
It out situations.
Yeah, complicated, I have to say, and you just got to figure it out. And that just made me much more better and stronger for my business. That would make me identify, do I want to deal with this complicated client, or do I want to take this challenge on? And, sometimes I have taken some challenge clients on. And it made me better in terms of how to deal with individuals like that. And, I just think that people shouldn't just, be in a safe zone. You should definitely try to go outside of your comfort zone in your industry to see exactly, okay, how is it, because they'll make you better. They'll make you stronger and they'll make you better.
Absolutely. And of course, all these great connections you're a part of. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, she's the brainchild of the Ladies of Third Thursday.
Yes.
So we have that organization that we do. And also, of course, 500 Men.
Yes.
500 Men making a difference. You've done so many great things. And combining these two together, I mean, having worked equally with both of them, I really do see the difference that they're doing. And you're kind of the nucleus. You're a liaison for both groups.
Right.
And, of course, some of your other consulting groups that you're a part of. But what would you say is one of the main tie-ins? What's the main, like, the glue that keeps everything together, that keeps you going?
I guess, I just love to network. So everything that I do falls into networking. It falls into the PR consulting. It falls into the not-for-profit with 500 Men. I've never had a situation come across me where it was just totally off the wall. I've never had that. So it made it pretty easy, and it made it just a more easy go for me to, whether, okay, is it a 500 Men project, or is it a Ladies of Third Thursday, or is it a NetStruck, or is it all three? Which that's what I've done in the past. I've meshed everything in. And it's fun because, one, I'm dealing with more people. It's always a challenge when you're doing it by yourself. It's always a challenge. So, when I brought you guys on for Third Thursday, it was just like, oh, this is perfect, Everybody has the same mentality in terms of getting out there, helping small businesses. We all have great industries that we're able to offer to small businesses. 500 Men is just a melting pot of different opportunities.
So many.
And, it's so many people just love the fact that young professional men are out there doing things. And
I love it.
Yeah, and that just makes my job much easier for me to pitch that. So it's a win-win.
Oh, definitely can't go wrong with that. And of course, there's so many other events coming up. We're about to roll into 2018, and it's just been such a positive year. But before we run out of time, I want to make sure, how do we book you? How do we get in contact with NetStruck?
NetStruck, yes. So I like to send a lot of people to my website just because I have a lot of my clients on there as featured. So I tell people just go to the website, www.netstruckpr.com, and you can actually book a free consultation with me, and 30-minute consultation, and it meshes into more than just the consulting, because it's more of a conversation. It's more, let me get to learn who you are. Who are you? And then you get to learn. Yeah, and then you get to learn who I am, what my passion is. And that's where the whole conversation. And I have to say, all of my clients that I have and had, we actually created a great relationship. It wasn't just, I just did work for you and that was it. It actually became a good working relationship, but turned into a good friendship. So even when the contract is over, or I had to cancel a contract, and I give explanations in why I cancel a contract, it wasn't something where we just cut ties altogether. And I like that because, one, it's great referrals. That's one. Two is that you should never have a client upset when they're finished with your services. Even if they don't need the services anymore, you should never have them upset. And that's my motto. I try to make sure that everybody is treated fairly. Everybody is, and if they have a problem, let me know.
I love it. And I consider you an OG in the game only because of the fact she was doing this like a beast before social media.
Yeah.
Okay? The old school way when you really had to know how to network.
You had to know how to network.
Now, we could sit there with our phones and send a blast and send
a
text blast or a newsletter.
Yeah.
I mean, but you legitimately knew the old school way, which I think is that's that foundation. That sets you apart. And you're great at the new stuff. You're great at your social media. Your social media game is great. And you've really adapted, which is big props. If you can adapt, you are going to get left
You always
behind.
have to learn how to regroup. Some businesses don't know how to regroup. They think that I'm going to do it this way and that's it. No, you have to regroup. If we present it this way and it didn't work, and I can tell when things don't work fairly early, then it's like, okay, listen, we got to regroup. We have to change it around. Let's work this out, and let's come back to another solution. Let's come back to another issue that we can work this out.
Exactly. But just knowing that you are somebody who has so many years. I know she looks super young.
Yes,
but
I do. Thank you.
She's got the experience, 20 plus years doing this, and it's amazing because I've seen you work with so many people. And I love being one of your partners in the Third Thursday, and then what we've been doing with it has just been so great. We're actually going to go on to, it's 2 years soon?
It's 2 years in February.
It will be 2 years, so look out for Third Thursday, our second anniversary, in February 2018. So we'll have more info on that. And once again, give everyone the email address of how they can get in contact with you and the website.
So the website is www.netstruckpr.com. And you can reach me via email at sleid@netstruck.net.
All right. Well, Sharon, it's been, of course, so amazing to have you in the chair. Like I said, she sets up so many interviews for other people. So for actually have her on this end, it's mind-blowing. I love it. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, you can send us an email at info@beyondfocusmedia.com. I'm your host, Lydia Patel. Thank you so much for joining us. And we'll be back again next week. Same time, same place. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Stay with us.
Beyond Focus TV show wants and needs your feedback. Did we blunder? Please let us know so we can improve. Was the show helpful to you? Drop us a note so we can share the success with our staff members. Is there something you think we could do better? We welcome new ideas and new approaches to old ideas. Do you have a great suggestion? Let us know and we'll work on it. If you would like to share your comments anonymously, please send us an email at info@beyondfocusmedia.com. If you want to get in touch with the executive producer directly, send him an email at gene@beyondfocusmedia.com. We really look forward to hearing from you.